Do you know what I did say? I was not going to do this because I don't actually need to explain myself to anybody, but I will explain because I classed certain people as friends. I don't now, but that's not what this is about. Now, my brother messaged me earlier on, well, he actually phoned me, and he mentioned a name I've not heard in about 10 years actually, and the name was Carol. He's like, you remember a girl called Carol Dunoon? It's like, yeah. I said, Carol Good was her name. And the crazy thing being, her mum and dad were Jehovah's Witnesses. Her sister stayed up in Inverness way. And I'd heard the stories all about Carol, how much of a liar she was. Anybody that knows Dunoon and knows the name Carol Good could tell you the exact same. You only need to ask people that remember Carol Good. And there's actually some people on my TikTok that probably do remember Carol Good. But I hear she's came out of woodwork tonight to spout lies. Now, I don't know if you can see it or not. I think I've got COVID. So anyway, that aside. So, Carol Good used to be quite a heavy girl. She lost a lot of weight. I started chatting to her through, well, meeting on the street, I think it was actually, outside Gibson's Electrical, if I remember it. I remember this girl so vividly because of what she'd done. When we started dating, started helping her out, she was living in a house behind the petrol station, which I think was Wilson's petrol station. Anyway, bit of a liar to say the least. Now the biggest lie, which funny enough even shocked my mother to this day, well, to the day before she died, because I'll get to that. So anyway, I'm dating this girl and she goes to Inverness. She disappears up to her sister's in Inverness. Her sister's husband, I think his name, if I remember rightly, was Graham, had a brain tumour. So she said. So I was like, well, if there's anything you need, message me, I'll come up, you know. So a couple of days after that, she messaged me in tears and told me he was dead. That was, wow. Is there anything you need? No, my dad's dealing with all the funeral arrangements and all the rest of that. I said, well, I'll come up if you want. No. She's like, it's fine. I was like, right, okay. So, this is where it gets good. A few days later, I get a message from her sister. Can't remember her name for the life of me. Sister was a nice girl, very unlike Carol. Asked me if I could come up to Inverness. And I thought, is everything okay? She's like, we'll tell you when you get here. So I was like, right, okay. Now, driving from Dunoon to Inverness is quite a journey. It's about 3 hours. So I got there. And needless to say, the very much dead brother-in-law, Graham, was very much alive. Just let that sink in for a minute. I know, my fault is exactly, so I left. I was not having that, left. Drove back down the road, never spoke to her again, told her never to contact me again. She tried a few times, but that was that for me. Now, let's forward fast 10 years ago. Now, bearing in mind, I think I was about 23 at the time when I first met Carol, when this all happened. Now, bearing in mind, was it 24? Anyway, bearing in mind, so 10 years ago, my business number gets a WhatsApp. And I'm pretty sure I can dig his WhatsApps out, because I'm pretty sure I still have them, because I know I sent them to somebody. And it basically was, they were inquiring about hiring our services. I can't remember if it was for a wedding, birthday party, whatever, anyway, it doesn't matter. So I gave them prices, but I thought it was a bit sus, because this person seemed to know a lot about me. And they said that if I knew who it was, because I kept asking them, because they were saying stuff that only somebody knew would know. So she said to me in the text, if I tell you who I am, you'll probably block me straight away. Now, the reason I can remember this is because I have them somewhere. And I can probably produce them as well, which I don't see why I have to, but I probably could. Because I keep everything. Always have done. Now, I said to her, if you don't tell me who you are, I'm going to block you. Because I had no idea. And she says her name was Carol. And I went, Carol. And I'm, you know that way? And I went, Carol, good. He's like, yeah. And I went, fuck. And she said she'd changed. She was a qualified nurse. I think she was going through a divorce at the time, I think she was telling me. And then she started sending me nice, suggestive pictures. Do you remember the black zip-up thing, Carol? Because I do, because I'm pretty sure I still have that as well in my archives. You see, this is the thing with liars, they always get caught out. So Carol was always one of the biggest liars in the world. Now, I hear tonight, because I received a message at 10 to 1 from someone saying that they were all mouthing off, saying this about me and saying that about me, saying I was a thief, blah, blah, blah. Now, anybody that knows me from Doon can tell you otherwise. So, but everybody that knows me can also tell you about Carol Good. Now, the reason I'm saying this name is because ask about. I don't know if her mum and dad are still alive. I know they were 10 years ago. I think her dad died, I can't remember. Anyway, that's by the by. I don't really care. But again, I'm not explaining myself. Although I just did. Yes, I was a Doctor Who account. Deal with it. I don't care. Stop picking on my friends. Thomas, your lives were all recorded today and have been uploaded to the file. Doing yourself a good deal of favour work there. As I said, I've just downloaded TikTok again to put this video up. I don't see why I should have to clear my name. It makes me wonder why Shy outed myself as Doctor Who and outed Caitlin, Tanya, Alison and Charlie as known that I was behind the Doctor Who account. But that's the difference with these people, because they will protect their friends, something that you won't do. There was no threats made, it was what it was. We thought it was quite funny. They actually trolled back at the people that were trolling us. Now, if people can't understand that, I'm sorry, but you're mentally fucking, can't say that word. You can't say that word. You're mentally unstable and you don't have a fucking clue. Now, it is 2:15, I think, in the morning. I'm going to try and get some sleep, even though the sweat is dripping from me because I'm not well. So I'm signing this off, and I will not come back on this and make any other explanations for any lies that you decide to make up, because this app doesn't define me. It never has done. The difference being, everybody that knows me knows what I'm like and knows the real me. Used people don't. And I've got a saying, I know where the dead bodies are, because I kept every fucking chat from the beginning, from everybody. It's called archive or export chat, but I don't care. But unlike some of you cunts, I don't grass up my friends. Have a good life. I'll see you soon, and you know who I mean.